began when I took a journey to East Africa to interview Congolese refugee women who were fleeing the armed conflict there. Originally, I had wanted to do a modern adaptation of a play written by Bertolt Brecht called Mother Courage, and when I got to the region and began hearing the narratives of women, I discovered that there was a story that was really quite specific to that region, and it was a story of sexual abuse and violence that was directed specifically toward women.
You know that my office, the High Commissioner's Office for Human Rights and Equality, now co-sponsored this play called Ruined, and I think it's a very powerful play. It tells you just intimately the impact of sexual violence on women.
This is a very powerful message and very compelling story. I'm very much committed again as a Secretary General that I will have to do all to fight against this violence against women.
There were just 4 actors playing the soldiers, and you'd think that there was a whole army out there. That's how powerful their performance was.
Well, it's been somewhat overwhelming. When I first started this journey, I didn't even know whether I was going to find an audience, and it's been quite a surprise that not only have I found an audience, but I've also received a lot of accolades for the play, and our audience continues to grow.
This year I visited Goma, where I had an opportunity of a meeting and seeing for myself all this human tragedy. This stands against all which we are promoting in the Charter of the United Nations.
I think audience will understand how serious this problem is. Years and years ago, it was 2 sets of soldiers who fought wars. Now, more and more wars are against civilians.
Well, for me, it's absolutely thrilling to have the Secretary General here. When I was listening to the words, the women in Congo, they said to me, help us. And I said, well, I'm just a storyteller. I'm not quite sure how I can help you other than finding an audience for your stories. And I said, I will do my best to bring an audience that might be able to help transform your lives. And the fact that the Secretary General is here, and 4 years after I first heard those stories, it's actually reaching his ears, it feels like a tremendous accomplishment.
This drama will give a very powerful message. This is a very compelling story, which everybody should know that there is such a world where there are so many people who need our hands, our helping hands.